What's up and good morning, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. We got something different you guys probably haven't seen in a while. I got some Dunkin'. So today we have been running around. I'm about 3 hours behind where I want to be. I had to run to the bank and do a bunch of other stuff at the house, answer emails, all the good business side of things. We're heading back over to the shop right now. We're gonna be working on that LML dually again that we did the fast lift pump on. It's having a few issues that, the reason why I don't like fast, that we're gonna try and straighten out. It just kind of like sounds like it's cavitating fuel, so we might be doing a draw straw or a lift, a sump or something, I don't know. But we're gonna figure it out. And with that, we're also going to be hooking up the EZlynk that we got. So we're gonna be doing a DSP or CST or switch on the fly 5, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna be doing a 5-position switch wired in that truck. We're going to be installing the EZlynk box itself and getting everything wired up. And we're gonna show you how to run the wires and get it all set for the customer and come download what he needs to download. And then the truck will probably be leaving, go to the exhaust shop, and then it'll be coming back for some other goodies. So it's enough rambling. I got about a half-hour drive up to the shop from where I'm at, so we will catch back up with you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, so we're back at the shop. We got the beautiful LML pulled in. The wind noise is probably terrible. It's been windy as hell lately, so I gotta turn the music down real quick, but we're gonna go over installing this LSP, SOTF, some sort of control. Went the wrong way. Anyways, here's the switch. I came with instructions, wires, Allen keys, everything, all the good little things. LPS, LML power selector switch. A bunch of words that you guys probably don't care about, but at least they came with really good instructions from Motor Ops. Got the switch, got all the instructions. They got pictures, diagrams, all the good stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and go through. I already started taking things apart. I got this little plastic cover off, so that's just the only thing I've done. So that exposes the ECM, which you can see here. This is pretty much what it looks like right now. We're gonna remove the plugs, make sure we pull the right one off, and then start taking it apart. But we'll get into that in a minute. So this is step one, and probably the hardest part about running the tuning box thing, and we have to run it through the firewall. So we're gonna go ahead and get that taken care of and figured out and figure out what we're gonna do here. Alrighty guys, we have the switch ran through the dash, which I don't know if you can see. So the instructions tell you actually to go through the way up there, the hood latch cable grommet. I didn't really like that. You can fit right through the main wiring harness, only going through one side of it. You can fit actually right along it and come up over here where they come out right there. Instead of trying to get everything through, let me see if I can get the light in there. Everything through that little grommet, you can come through the bigger one. And we're just gonna put the shielding on it and run it over to here as clean as possible. So we'll run somewhere underneath there and get everything kind of patched up, ready to go. Then we'll go over installing the wires into the harness itself. Alrighty guys, so we got our wires ran. We're gonna go ahead and pull these connectors off. They say start with this one and work your way back. It's the easiest, and then pull them out from underneath the power steering line that's right there. That way you can get a little bit more reach on them, and it's actually a little bit easier to do. We'll move our light over here, that way we can see what we're doing. Alrighty guys, so to take these connectors off, you can see I already got them removed, but you're gonna pull this red tab towards you. So when they're seated all the way back, it's gonna be facing up like this way. You're gonna pull them up towards you and then push down in the middle, which will be right in front of it. Obviously this isn't how it looks, but you're gonna push down and then pull this up and over. And then you'll pop them off. You can use a small flathead and pry against here and pop them all off. So now, what the instruction is saying is take these 3 harnesses off and pull them up pretty much around the power steering lines right there, which I don't know if you can see right there. See how it wraps underneath it? We're gonna go ahead and pull that up and get it out of there. We're working with the furthest one back, so there's gonna be the gray connector, which is, because I moved them, gonna be this one. So we have the 3 right here. We're gonna be working in this back one. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna try to get you set up here so I can actually work and hopefully show you kind of what's going on here. Oh, don't fall, please don't fall. Alright, so we got this connector out from underneath the power steering line. Now there's little tabs on the back which you have to be super careful with because they do break very easily. But we're gonna go ahead and pop them up. Just enough to get this open. And the whole cover should come off. Oops. And then you see there's a wiring little zip tie right here that you can cut. So we're gonna go over the numbers for the connector and everything. We're gonna cut that zip tie. I'll show you how to take the rest of it apart. But for the 2011, which we were working on, LML, it shows you pin 1 as a reference, pin 11, obviously 1, you just count to 11. Then I think it's pin, hard to read, but 48. So it's gonna be second row underneath that little orange inlet, and looks like 5 back. So Jesus. So yeah, so 2011 to 14 trucks, pin number 11 and 48. So that's what it's gonna happen. Break easily once. So we just gotta be careful not to damage any pins or anything. We're gonna get the connector taken apart. So there should be, usually there's a little lock. I don't know if this one might not have it might just be slide in, but you're gonna go ahead. Yeah, so see it says empty pinholes are filled with plastic pin fillers. See figure 15 to remove these. Use a small straight pick. So we popped this gray cover off the bottom, this one right here. So you're actually just gonna kind of pry up on each side slowly, evenly, and pop it out. And then, so this truck, it actually says that for some models, there will be wires in the 11 spot already, and there was on this truck. So what you need to do, it's gonna be kind of hard to show you, but you need to come down into here, which this is never gonna focus on, but on the sides of the pins, focus, kind of in that black spot above the pins, there's a little pin lock, and you have to be super, super careful, but you can pop it up with a pick and slide the wire out. So that's what we ended up having to do. So pin 11 and 48, we're gonna make sure the wires are right, and then we're gonna run them into our harness, but I'm just working on getting it set up and ready to put the new pins in for the switch. That wire that we have to pull out, we're just gonna electrical tape and leave it in there. That's all the instructions say to do. Not gonna pull the whole harness apart and trace it and all that stuff, but we're just gonna leave it and tape it up. So moving along, everything's good. Just taking our time, making sure everything's done correctly. That way we don't have to come back in here. We are ready to install these new pins. We're just gonna make sure, but you wanna make sure so the pins lock on this one side. It's gonna be really hard to see. Maybe I can do something here. So the pins lock on this one side that's beveled down right here. So you wanna make sure you put them in facing the right way towards the pin lock. So you gotta make sure you're aware of which side goes in. When you slide them in, you wanna make sure they lock in good so they don't get pushed out by the ECU. Okay, so hopefully this will stay a little bit. Maybe, probably not. Come on. Just trying to show you guys what I'm doing, that's all. There we go, we got something working. All right, so I believe we have the pins in the right spot. Actually, I know we do, but it's always good to check. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide this piece back on here. All right, so that just slides back in like that. Make sure everything looks lined up, make sure everything's good. Oops. We electrical taped the 2 pins that we had to pull out, which you can see right here, all electrical taped up. We got the zip tie back on that's holding the wires. We included the 2 new wires right here into that. So now we can throw our cover back on, try to nicely fit all of the wires back inside here and the zip tie itself. So that side's locked down, that side's locked down. So we are back in business. So now we can run this back underneath the power steering line and we should be good to go to reinstall these back in, and then I'll show you guys how to test this to make sure you did it correctly in the truck. With all the connectors back in the truck, you should be able to come here, which, hold on, let me try and get somewhere a little bit better, so a little less light. Let me block it. With the key on, so the key is on, we should be able to test it and see that LED light. Means it most likely means it's wired correctly. So the brightness changes. I don't know if you guys can see this. The brightness changes with each tune that you're in. So looks like we're good. So everything with that is wired properly. We got the wire ran, which we're gonna throw some zip ties on it, but the wires ran up and into the firewall. So everything's all good. Next, it's gonna be just wiring up the EZlynk and mounting the switch. Alrighty guys, so we got the dash taken apart and we came to a conclusion where we wanna put this thing. So we get the drill template on here, which I don't know if it's gonna focus or not. Anyways, this is your trailer brake controller. This is the drill template. So I always do, you wanna go 3/8 all the way through, and this 1/8 bit, you kinda just wanna just barely nick it, just go in like halfway through the plastic pretty much. So I'm gonna make some dimples in the center so we know where the marks are, so at least we have the template good. And I think we're gonna mount the auto agent right here, so I'll show you guys that in a second and it should be pretty stout. Alrighty guys, we're all wrapped up in here. I will post a picture on the screen right now to show you the back side of this where we put everything, but we have the EZlynk plugged in, we have the switch mounted, 5 positions, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all good. You want to make sure when installing that, you want to make sure the little lock ring on the bottom, I think I said it, goes into pin 5, so you only want 5 positions. It's about the only spot we could fit it on this half. There's some spots down here that we could have put it, but because of the way the back is and without taking off the dashboard, this is where it went. Pretty clean. You got a bunch of different options for whatever you want to do, but this is what we came up with. So everything's in. We're going to tune it a little bit later. So I may not cover that because we have to use the original owner's phone, but now that was fairly easy. In about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours on the install. And yeah, we're just gonna play around with the fast real quick, get it tuned up, and it doesn't have an exhaust yet. It will be coming back, so when the exhaust is done, we'll do some sound clips. So I'm gonna take some clips now, but we'll do a comparison down the road. So pretty much nothing done, but it's if you go watch my 6.7 Cummins video, pretty much the same process for the tuning side of things. So it'll be, you can watch that one, find out in the beginning how it all works out and everything. Or just go watch that video because it's doing great. So, but yeah, so no wires showing. Let's see here. We got everything put back in order. You can see the wires down there. You can't even see it. It comes up, goes over here, and goes into your rubber boot. So super clean. Everything's all wrapped up, and yeah, we're good to go. I don't know if it's gonna wrap it up for this video, so we'll hang out for a little bit longer, film an outro, and get this thing back on the road. Like I said, right now we gotta play with the fast a little bit and see what's going on. All right, guys, looking crazy like always at the end of the day. We're gonna wrap this video up. We still have to tune it with the phone, do the little phone connection thing. So we're just waiting for the guy to get here, but I'm gonna wrap this video up because it's been a long day and I'm pretty exhausted and I just wanna get this stuff done and get out of here. But like I said, if you need a tutorial on the EZlynk connection through your cell phone, I do have that 6.7 Cummins delete video, so go back about a month or two and find it, and I'll give you the full rundown on the EZlynk, pretty much the same stuff. So that's gonna do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new here, please smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys later.